Hey guys, welcome to You Know Ball. Today we're going to be talking about the Bears offseason. This video was kind of spurred by the Keenan Allen trade. So a lot of people have been questioning Ryan Poles during this offseason because he's had like the fifth to third most amount of cap. And for some reason, he basically wasn't spending it all. So what I'm going to do is I have been a Poles supporter since he came to Chicago because he has done things differently than pretty much every GM that has been on the Chicago Bears for a long time. And he has completely turned around this roster. He has put us in a cap situation that is one of the most healthy in the league. And I can't remember the last time the Bears had that. Ryan Pace constantly killed the Bears with bad contracts. So we're going to talk a little bit about his offseason, what it means for the Bears going forward, and the additions and how I like them, why I think they're good moves, why I think they're bad moves, anything I question. And honestly, and maybe I'm a homer or, maybe objectively and down the road, it could be bad. But overall, I like every move he's made. It all has made sense for the timing of the Bears. People were saying, oh, Ryan Poles is having a bad offseason. It's not good. He's not doing enough. The only questionable moves that Poles has made are the ones that he didn't make. None of the deals he made were bad. He didn't hand out a single bad contract. He didn't overpay for anybody. He wasn't like trying to outbid people. So let's talk about the first deal, okay? Jalen Johnson. He is now on a cap hit underneath what it would have cost on the franchise tag. And he's here for 4 more years. That is incredible. Incredible deal. He got that done. He said it was going to get it done. Next deal, right when free agency opens, 3 years, $24 million for DeAndre Swift. Okay. People go, oh, well, the Bears were second in rushing. Why do you need that? A big chunk of the rushing is from Justin. Yes, that is a great aspect that Justin has. Unfortunately, I wish it would show up a little bit more in the pass game, but that's probably why they're going to be taking a rookie quarterback this year with the number 1 overall pick, presumably Caleb Williams. Now, the next move. This was actually the first move. I think it was between Jalen and Swift. Brian Bates for a 5th rounder. People were saying, oh, no, you can't do that. That's a 5th rounder for a backup. Okay, well, a 5th round pick, you're lucky if it turns into a special teamer. Very rarely do 5th to 7th round picks turn into guys that produce for you. This is a guy the Bears tried to sign in 2022, and the Bills matched the Bears offer because he was a restricted free agent, and they kept him. So now, with the addition today of Coleman Shelton, who was a starter center for the Rams all 17 games this year, who was actually a pretty good center. He's not anything crazy. Like, it's not like some crazy center signing. Like, he's average. Probably about average, but I'll take average. I'll take average at center because the Bears have had a bad center position. So now they also signed Matt Pryor, who could be a swing tackle. They re-signed Patrick Scales. They signed some Coleman guy. He's from the Seahawks as well. He's probably a 90-man roster guy. But if you look at the Bears O-line and what he has been able to build, starting left tackle, Braxton Jones, he drafted. Left guard, Tevin Jenkins. He was a good pick they tried to force him to play tackle when Pace drafted him. Poles moved him to guard, and now he's a great guard. Now you have Shelton at center. You have Nate Davis, who had a down year last year, but he was going through a lot. He lost a family member, everything. Hopefully he can pick it up this year as your right guard. At worst, he's an average guard. That's okay. I'll take average. And then you have a stud who was a rookie in Darnell Wright, a guy that Poles drafted. And then you have your swing tackle, and you have your swing interior O-lineman in Bates. You have your swing tackle in Borum, who was a pace guy, I believe. I think he was a pace guy. He might have been Poles' first draft. I can't remember. Either way, the line has depth now. As a Bears fan, tell me when is the last time a Chicago Bears O-line has had depth? Please tell me. Now let's move to the secondary, okay? So the Bears cut Eddie Jackson, longtime Bear, and it sucked to see him go, but his play on the field just wasn't showing. And they signed a 31-year-old Kevin Byard. Now, why the age matters. Previous to this offseason, I don't believe Poles has signed anyone older than like 28. Maybe Yannick was a little bit older. Yannick was a little bit older. I can't remember. But he has stayed pretty much 28 and younger. To me, signing a player who's 30, 31, and even with the Keenan Allen trade, signals to me that you believe you can win. Kevin Byard, a big difference between him and Manny Jackson, one of the best tackling safeties in the league. Grades incredibly well, and he hasn't missed a practice for injury. He's incredibly durable. If you look at what the Bears want, they want good tacklers, and they want guys without injury concern. Obviously, Keenan Allen, yeah. Okay, now let's move to the tight end. You have Shane Waldron, who was the most, he used 13 personnel. That means 3 tight ends on the field, the most of any offensive coordinator in the NFL. So now you have Cole Kmet, who signed on a modest extension. Now you have Gerald Everett, who here for 2 years, who's a move tight end. He's real mobile. And now we go back to the secondary. Sorry, because I forgot about it. Elijah Hicks is kind of a liability. And Jonathan Owens, not good by any means. I'm not saying he's a good player. He's not horrible. I wouldn't want him starting for us, but he's good depth. And then you have the linebacker, Amen. I'm not even going to attempt to say the name. He's just a special teams guy. And then you re-sign Patrick Scales. Brett Rippon's brought in. He was in Shane Waldron's system. Basically to say, the Bears have had a good offseason. You have Keenan Allen for a 4th-round pick. Now you have Keenan Allen. You have DJ Moore. You have to draft a receiver in the 2nd round. And the way you get a 2nd-round pick, because right now they have a 4th-round pick, they have a 3rd-round pick, and they have 2 first-round picks. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you wanted to take a wide receiver at 9, it's not happening. They're probably going to trade that pick back and pick up a 2nd-round pick. And so this is my prediction. Okay, this is how the draft is going to go. They're going to trade Fields. They're probably going to get no more than a 4th-round pick, and this will probably be after Caleb's pro day, which is next Wednesday, or they may take it all the way up to the draft. Either way, they're taking a rookie quarterback. They're not trading for Keenan Allen if they're keeping Fields. So they then are going to take a rookie quarterback 1. They're probably going to trade back from 9. They are probably going to take an edge, and then in the 2nd round draft a receiver. And then they'll probably, take a center maybe if one's there. They'll probably take another edge in, the later rounds. I don't know. Basically, from my understanding, the Bears are really set on building around the rookie quarterback and have done it in a whole new way by rebuilding the line, building depth, getting another wide receiver 1. And just because Keenan Allen's old, let me just read you his stats from last year. In 13 games, 150 targets, 108 catches, 1,200 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He is going to be 32 this year, but you're telling me a duo of Keenan Allen and DJ Moore is not going to eat? And if you think about it, that's his best season yet. He's never had a season where he's had more yards. He had 1 more touchdown in 2020, but that's it. He had most catches ever and most yards ever last year. He's not slowing down. Keenan Allen is not slowing down. This was a great move by the Chicago Bears, in my personal opinion. Homer, I'm a Bears fan. Sue me. But the way that Poles has built this roster, if you are ever upset at what he's doing, it's okay to criticize or question what your GM is doing. But I think the criticism of, he's not doing anything in free agency, why do you have all this cap? You're going to have to extend DJ Moore, and you're going to have to extend Tevin Jenkins if he has a healthy year. So my thing is, trust the process. This man got us, he fleeced the Panthers. You're going to have an extra pick from when you trade Justin Fields. The Bears are set up for success, and dare I say, might win a playoff game this year. Guys, do you know how long it has been since the Bears have won a playoff game? I don't even know. I don't even remember. I remember going in 2018. Let's see. Last time Bears have won a playoff game? January 2011. Guys, it has been 13 years since we've won a playoff game. Our GM is putting our roster in an amazing position to do so, and maybe drafting the most talented quarterback since 2017. 2017? Wait, who was the 2017 draft? Because I think, I don't think there's been as a hyped up prospect since Trevor Lawrence, maybe? Oh, yeah, I mean, the 2017 NFL draft. I mean, it's where Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I mean, obviously he wasn't the most hyped up prospect, but I don't know, man. It's just like, it's an exciting time to be a Bears fan. And like, sorry for rambling, guys. I just kind of put the camera on and wanted to talk about it. It's all spur of the moment, just things in my head. And, before I end this video, like, I want you to think about like what the Bears were when Ryan Poles inherited them. They were a 3-14 team that went to 7-10 with realistically not a good quarterback. And this is not to rag on Justin, because I think Justin is a great guy, and I think he's probably my favorite. He's definitely my favorite Bears quarterback that we've ever had. But the reality is, it's just, he just hasn't done what he's needed to do. And a GM is going to go take his own guy. The last time a team had the first overall pick twice in a row, 2 years in a row, was 1957. These things don't happen. You can trade it for a haul, yeah. But we saw with Patrick Mahomes, like, the Chiefs weren't the best team roster-wise, but they have the quarterback. And not once has Justin shown that he can be that type of quarterback. In watching 3 years of Justin, watching 1 year of CJ Stroud, that's the guy. So my thing is, you can't pass up on the guy 2 years in a row. So it's less, if you want what's best for the Bears, you will be drafting a quarterback number 1 overall. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Keenan Allen trade. I think it is amazing. I'm so hype about it. If you don't know ball, want to know ball, be sure to subscribe. Bring you guys daily content. Leave a like. Guys, the Bears may be back. All right, have a great rest of your night. Thank you.